Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. So we're going to go ahead and pull out some cards for you. So thank you for being here and taking your healing messages. So, alright, so for you Sagittarius, we've got the Hanged Man, the Seven of Swords. So you're going to be actually realizing something about like some kind of thoughts, some kind of thought process that you've had in the past. And the Ten of Swords is going to express the fact that, you know, this is going to be a thought process about something that had ended for you. And the Four of Pentacles, you're going to be keeping this energy to yourself, but this is helping you think more strategically. Whatever it is that you've become enlightened about, you know, you could be cutting out certain ways of thinking and finding different ways to learn how to you know, have like a better mindset and get away from the old way of thinking. Yeah. And then we have the Ten of Wands, expressing more, like this is also expressing a lot of aggression with the way that I had the deck. It was very interesting. But the Ten of Wands is going to express like the fact that things will be completing, you know, as you become more aware of like, you know, of like your thought process and how you could be thinking here. And then we have the Two of Swords. Yeah, definitely abandoning that old thought process, because with the Seven of Swords, you know, you kind of carry more than you can take here. But what I kind of saw was like somebody trying to like run away with like a bunch of swords and like leaving two swords behind, leaving behind any kind of indecision or leaving behind any kind of like of pain here, like, and this could like, you know, stem from some kind of pain with the Nine of Swords and anxiety here. But this is going to express the fact that the Wheel of Fortune, so you're going to be experiencing some kind of karma to help you learn about, like, you know, this can be good and like or negative, like, you know, it really just depends on like, you know, what it is that, you know, you see in your projection. It's about like maybe your projection expressing to you like, you know, different things where, you know, you can actually see what you need to see now. Like you can kind of see things a little bit clearly in a different way, in a different perspective. You know, you see things like as like, you know, as they are, like good and dark. And then we do have the Nine of Wands. This is going to help you kind of put up your boundaries, so that way, you know, there could be certain things that you haven't decided yet, but, you know, in time, you know, you might end up deciding to, like, you know, hold your ground in some kind of way and let things kind of fall into their own place, maybe even, because you don't necessarily know everything here. You don't know everything here because of the boundaries. You have boundaries here and boundaries here, and the Five of Cups. So, you know, this is going to kind of like, you know, show the fact that, you know, you're going to be feeling like, you know, like enlightened by, you know, past emotions and past tribulations. But you have to remember that you do have God here with you at all times. And, you know, like, you know, you have God. You always have God all the time, constantly. And you also might even have a soulmate to help you along the way. So that's also very nice too. So just to not look at like, you know, like this is going to help you become more enlightened, because this is like, you know, divine happening here. So you're going to be looking at some kind of past pains and tribulations. But I just want to let you know that, you know, you still have God on your side. You still have, like, you know, your soulmate with you. And, you know, even though, like, you know, you've looked at, like, these things here and they've helped change and maybe even mold, like, a new thought process for you, you know, this was all happening for you to create you. A better version of you. And the Eight of Swords. So this will, like, you know, kind of have you, like, you know, stuck in your tracks or just stuck in general here. The Queen of Swords, just kind of like, you know, using, you know, your discernment and maybe not really listening. I don't know if you could be like open to receiving some kind of truth here. Or you could even be like ignoring certain things that have hurt you in the past. But the Knight of Wands is just going to express that, you know, this is going to be something that you might have to you know, put your direction towards, and you might see like, you know, somebody coming towards you with a Knight of Wands energy here. And this is going to like they want to like ignite you with this, but you're kind of going through like this Hanged Man position, you know, like you might not feel up for grabs, might not feel up for like doing anything during this time, because this is a time of reflection and a time of like kind of like being in your own mode here, in your own energy. And then strength, but look, you have strength, so strength will overcome anything, you know. Strength is here to assist you, you know. This the energy of the dragon, the energy of the lion, you know. This is about like the dragon, you know, helping you like, you know, with maybe your discernment, and you know, like even though that you're like, you know, kind of like in your mind about like, you know, past pains and everything, you still do have, you know, your energy of grace, your energy of like believing that you can create anything, you know, even if you have nothing at that time. And then we have the Three of Swords. But like, you know, this is just a little bit sad right now, Sagittarius, but I do feel like things are going to be getting like better, you know. Yeah, the Ace of Cups. So you're going to be receiving some kind of emotional like support here, you know, you could see as like an investment here. You could see as an investment. That could be a potential investment here. And the Page of Cups, you know, this will even maybe help you with like, you know, you could be in like, it will, I mean, you're going to be unstable because of like all the things that you're thinking about. You're kind of like in a mindset, like, you know, you're like in a mind space, you know. You're not, you are in your heart space, you are, but you know what's really going to help you is balancing things out and putting yourself in your heart chakra energy, so you know you can kind of like allow your inner child to feel certain emotions. And these are all like, this is like, this pain is actually coming up from your inner child, because your inner child is expressing like, you know, injustice or things that maybe like weren't fair, like, you know, whether that was something that, you know, you have like, you know, put yourself through, or somebody has put you through. And then we have Awakening. So, you know, this is all about like, you know, you kind of like awakening and having like God like kind of pull you up from like, you know, the depths of, you know, of reality. And then we have the Devil here, you know, kind of, yeah, the depths of hell, right? Like the depths, like, you know, because like nothing is like, the only thing that really is like hell, right? Because it's not like, you know, hell is like a place, because it's not. Hell is just like, you know, basically like, you know, having attachments to certain things. When we become attached to things in life, you know, that's when, you know, things become limited. That's when we're just like, okay, I don't know how I'm going to do this or how I'm going to do that, because I have to go over here and I got to go over there and I got to go over there and I got to see this person. And those are attachments. So when we release ourselves from any kind of attachments, that's when we elevate here. So you are definitely, you know, in the midst of like, you know, being elevated and ascended. So that way, you know, but you're going to have to allow yourself to release the attachments that, you know, that you have, right? So you're like to release any kind of attachments. So that way, you know, you can be in a place of like, you know, like a loving frequency where you can be discerning enough to call judgment on things that, you know, might even want to like, you know, have you like pulled into their own energy, or like, you know, stuff like that, because you're high vibrational and you're destined to be lifted up. So you need to make sure that, you know, well, whatever it is that you're kind of going through right now is really like, you know, destined here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Hanged Man. You know, you are kind of being forced to ascend. And the Nine of Wands, not the Nine of Wands, but the Nine of Swords here, you know, this can cause like a lot of things to like trigger you and bring like up some kind of sadness. So just like kind of like let things like kind of ride out in regards to this, because, you know, it's just kind of your inner child that's really acting out right now. Your feminine energy that is really trying to, like, you know, push itself out of you because of all of, like, you know, the healing that needs to be done here in the King of Wands. And it's trying to, like, you know, get you to put, like, place awareness into it, because the King of Wands is about, it's about healing and activating, like, something here. It's about pushing out, you know, it's about pushing out a lot of awareness into something. So it's going to push, it's going to make you see what needs to be healed here in the Sun. Yeah, it's going to really expose certain things, but really only to you. It's not, it's like kind of like at a need to know basis, which is just like for you. It's like all just for you. For you, it's like all inside work. So that way, you know, you can develop yourself to be a better person in general. And then the Six of Swords. Yeah, you're just kind of moving forward. You're moving forward slowly but surely. This was like the relief that you're going to be feeling in the near future. You know, once you're like able to like see, like, you know, what's wrong, and you're able to heal it, and that's when you'll be able to focus on, like, you know, on like how to get to where it is that you actually want to go here without attachments, and like and using yourself as your own guide. And then we have the Two of Wands. So, you know, this will also help to ignite you after this happens. So there's going to be even justice here that happens. Now you're going to be thinking about, like, you know, the justice that does happen, because it's going to allow you to be able to rest and not have to think so much. Like, after, you know, this justice comes, you won't have to think so much, because you're going to be balanced here. And the Mentor, yeah, a lot of major energy is just causing you to see what needs to be healed. But the Four of Cups shows that, you know, you're gonna have to focus. Don't be foolish here. You know, but either way, no matter what, like, you know, because this is about, like, you know, having, like, you know, the choice between, like, choosing what it is that you want to do, right? You know, you can either, like, continue to go the same route that you've been, or you can choose another way that will help, like, you know, bring more, you know, stability towards you, and things won't be so, like, you know, like, rocky, or things won't be, like, so, like, turbulent for you and your energy. So, yeah, Sagittarius, just, you know, go with your emotions. If you feel like something will cause you pain or suffering, avoid it. Avoid it, avoid it, abort, you know? So, then what's this? Then we got the Page of Swords. So, you know, this could be, like, you know, deceptive in some kind of way, or, like, you know, just kind of like, I don't know, that's just, like, the first word that had came to my face. So, and it's also still, like, having the justice and, you know, all of this energy on the back. Like, this is not change at all. So definitely you're going to want to make sure that you are not, like, you know, like, trying to cut off your emotions or, like, do anything like that, right? The High Priestess. Yeah, you don't want to, you're going to want to follow your intuition here, because your intuition is, like, right at the back of you in your masculinity. Your intuition will be expressing to you what it is that you need to know, but don't, like, use your mind against it. Don't use your mind against your intuition, because that's not what your mind is there for. You know, like, there is, like, a certain part of us that, like, you know, is, like, kind of like an enemy, like, to a certain degree, but it can only get you as much as you let it get you, because, you know, some things just don't make any sense. And when we're just like, oh yeah, we're totally gonna get this, but, like, you know, that extra energy is just like, it just says whatever it wants to say, right? Then, like, you know, like, dude, like, that doesn't make any sense. That's, like, complete, like, that doesn't make any sense, like, at all. So, like, how is that even possible when all of these other things have happened to me, when I am so aware of, like, everything else? I know what's going to hurt me, and I know what's going to cause better things for me. You know, you're going to see, and you're going to be able to know, like, you know, like, everything that you need to do and like what path you really should take, because your intuition is going to be telling you what path to take. So listen, okay? Listen carefully. And when you feel whatever it is that you're feeling it for a purpose. It has a higher purpose. In fact, it has a higher purpose in order to alleviate your pain and to make you a better person. So you are being developed into something phenomenal. It's okay. So let's go ahead and just get some oracle cards for you, because I'm having fun. Alright, so let's go ahead and see this. What does this deck want to tell you right now? So we've got extremes, creation, and abundance. Wow, you are like being extremely molded right now. Like you're going from a circle to like a square or like a rectangle. God's like, like you hear like this little ball of clay, and God's like, like, so you're definitely being stretched out and created into like, an actual body, like, an actual, like, something, like God is like making you out to be something, and it's going to be something that's really beautiful. And it's the creation, and it's an extreme creation. It's an extreme part of your creation. It's like a dark night of the soul here. And the beauty, yeah, creating to make you even more beautiful than what you have ever been before. And when you realize like what this is doing to you, you will not second guess it. You will accept it. So yeah, definitely, you're going to release anything that does not serve you, or anything that is just not good for you. And once you do realize the abundance that it's even going to bring to you, but that's not important. It's about like what you're going to become, and it's going to help you surrender. You're going to realize this. You're gonna release. You're gonna realize. You're gonna surrender. You're going to accept. And this extreme creation process is really, really helping you become like a whole realm for yourself. You're going to be able to create a whole realm. You are going to be a realm. So yeah, Sagittarius, yeah, just like listen, go through your emotions, cry it out, whatever you need to do, just feel it to heal it. Don't try to avoid it, because the more you avoid it, the longer it'll prolong, the longer it'll be stretching out like Laffy Taffy, It'll just be like in a Laffy Taffy thing. When are they gonna get thicker, man? I don't know. Just the sooner that you realize, the quicker you'll become whatever it is that you want to become. Alrighty? And not what you want to become, what your mind wants, but what God wants for you. And what God, like all source of energy, wants for you, that's amazing. We don't know what God has planned for us until, like, most of the time, until we have actually really become what it is that we were made for. Right? So yeah, enjoy yourself. And if you just try not to run away from your emotions. Okay, just try not to run away from your emotions. Do your best to not run away from your emotions, and don't feed your emotions any kind of negative energies. Don't say anything bad to yourself, or don't feel you might feel certain ways, but just be able to reassure yourself and give yourself your own words of affirmation during this time. Okay? And if you do have a soulmate, maybe at this time it would be better for you to just kind of lay low and just embrace your healing as you go. But you might have somebody that you can share your emotions with to a certain extent. But this is going to be something that you'll have to go through in order to help you grow up to be something like a big beautiful cherry tree or something like that. You're gonna be a beautiful cherry blossom tree. So yeah, have a great day, Sagittarius, and just continue being yourself. Nobody ever said this is easy, so let's just make the best of it. as we can. So, you know, you're amazing and you're beautiful and you're love and you're full of love and light, and God has a beautiful plan for you. You know, you're chosen, but you need to make sure that you also choose yourself as well. So, yeah, be good and be loving and be kind to yourself, okay? And not to them. Don't worry about them. Them is just something else. They are like just there, okay? But you are very important. And whatever it is that you're going through right now, you know, you are going through this for like tuning, for like if you were a car, like it's like a tuning to make you like rev up more. Like, you know, you used to be like beep beep, now you're gonna be like vroom vroom. So yeah. So so have a great day and just continue to be yourself, okay? Bye.